bringing you a book that has a lesson in respect. It's called EJ and the Bully, and it's written by, if I can find the right page, Phillip Walton, and it is published by Rising Star Studios. And you're going to see that the characters in our book today are little cars. EJ for president, EJ called as he handed out flyers to students. Suddenly, Izzy rushed up beside him. EJ, someone's torn down all your campaign posters. What? EJ yelped. Why would somebody do that? Because you aren't going to win, a voice growled. I'm going to be class president. EJ and Izzy turned to see Warren grinning at them. You'd better drop out of the election now or things are going to get worse for you, Warren said and glared at EJ. EJ gulped. He's only running against me because I promised I would stop his bullying, EJ said after Warren left. I hope he doesn't win, Izzy said. Warren is mean and rude. Do you need help putting your posters back up, Izzy asked. Nah, I got it, EJ said. It'll take more than that to get me to quit. EJ was taping up a poster in the back hallway. Suddenly, mud splashed all over him. EJ was covered. EJ rounded the corner and came face to face with Warren. He was already laughing. Other cars saw EJ, and they began to laugh too. Mr. Wheeler rushed over to help. What's going on? The teacher exclaimed. Warren laughed. I guess EJ's just another dirty politician. Vote for Warren! EJ was so embarrassed he raced out of school and headed for home. On the way home, EJ saw Derek. Hey, EJ, how's the campaign? Derek asked. Looks like there's been some political mudslinging. Warren dumped mud on me in front of everybody, EJ said. Now nobody will take me seriously. I'll never be class president. I'm just going to quit. Got a bully after you, huh? Derek said. Come on, let's get you cleaned up. They stopped at EJ's house and hauled out a garden hose. Don't bother, EJ said sadly. Leave the mud on. I deserve it. I never should have tried to stand up to Warren. Everyone respects him, and no one respects me. EJ, kids might be afraid of Warren, but fear isn't respect, Derek explained. Respect comes when you know you are valuable. A car who knows that will use good manners, be considerate, and won't threaten or hurt others. How do I know if I'm valuable? EJ asked. EJ, even under all that mud, you are still a valuable car made with the finest quality craftsmanship, Derek said. He grabbed the hose and began to spray the mud off EJ. Brrr, Derek, EJ shouted as the cold water splashed him. Take a look at yourself, Derek urged. EJ looked at his reflection. What I see, Derek said, smiling, is a great little car and a really good friend. Thanks, Derek, EJ said, feeling a lot better. But what about Warren? Maybe you could teach him a lesson. EJ, you don't stop a bully by being one, Derek said. The best way to handle a bully is to talk, walk, and tell. What does that mean? EJ asked, getting a chilly blast of water on his roof. Well, the next time Warren is bullying you, first talk to him. Tell him how it makes you feel. Tell him to stop, Derek explained. I don't think that'll work, EJ said. You'd be surprised, Derek replied. Sometimes that's enough to make a bully stop. You're letting the bully know that you deserve respect. But what if Warren keeps bullying me, EJ asked. Derek sprayed the last bit of mud from EJ's fender. Then you walk. Don't fight and argue. A bully wants you to get upset. So it's best to leave before things get out of hand. But what if Warren still won't leave me alone, EJ worried. Well, that's when you talk, Derek said. Report the bully to a teacher or another adult. But I don't want to be a tattler, EJ said. Derek put the hose back. It's not tattling. There's a big difference between telling to get someone in trouble and reporting a bully, Derek explained. You're getting help for yourself when you report a bully. You need to do it because you're worth it. Talk, walk, and tell, Derek said. When you follow these steps, you're standing up for yourself. You're showing that you respect yourself and others. Soon the bullying will stop. Talk, walk, and tell. That makes sense. Thanks, Derek, EJ said, and began to drive away. Where are you going? Derek asked. Back to school, EJ smiled. I've got an election to win. Hey, that's the spirit, Mr. Class President. Derek winked. Warren showed up for school the next morning feeling victorious. I'm gonna win this election for sure, he told himself. Warren went inside and saw EJ putting his posters back up. What? Warren growled. What does he think he's doing? Warren stormed over to EJ. Don't you have enough sense to quit and stay in the mud, you little pig? Warren bellowed. Or do I have to make you quit? We're going to be voting soon, Mr. Wheeler said, and he drove past. It's not too late, Warren whispered. Just tell Mr. Wheeler you want to quit. You can't win anyway. EJ felt very afraid, but then he remembered Derek's words. He was valuable. He wouldn't let Warren disrespect him anymore. Warren, I don't like it when you're mean and threaten me. I want you to stop, EJ said. Listen, piggy, Warren yelled. I can say what I want and do what I want, and I want to be class president, so you better drop out right now. This isn't working, EJ thought. Then he remembered what Derek said. He should walk away. EJ turned and started down the hallway. Warren was furious. He zoomed in front of EJ. You'd better go tell Mr. Wheeler you're going to quit right now, or else, Warren threatened. EJ panicked. He realized that Warren wasn't going to let him go. Talk, walk, and tell, EJ thought. He knew what he had to do. All right, Warren, I guess I have no choice, EJ said. I'll tell Mr. Wheeler. EJ went straight to Mr. Wheeler. Warren watched with satisfaction. Mr. Wheeler, EJ said to his teacher, I have a problem. What's the matter? Mr. Wheeler asked. Warren is bullying me. He wants me to drop out of the election, EJ said. He's been calling me names, and he was the one who threw mud on me. What do you think you're doing? Warren gasped. This is very serious, Mr. Wheeler said. Warren, what do you have to say for yourself? EJ just can't take a joke, Warren said, glaring at EJ. Warren, bullying is not a joke, exclaimed Mr. Wheeler. Thoughtless words and actions can hurt someone for the rest of their life. Don't you realize that everyone is valuable, including you? If you want to earn respect, all you have to do is use good manners, be considerate, and don't threaten or hurt others. I like my way better, Warren smirked. Really? Well, there will be consequences for your actions, Mr. Wheeler said, but first it's time to vote. One by one, the cars cast their ballots. After Mr. Wheeler counted them, he said, the car who received all but one vote is now the new class president, and it is EJ. Mr. Wheeler smiled. EJ's eyes popped open in disbelief. The whole class cheered, and EJ beamed. Rats, Warren exclaimed. Warren, we don't allow bullying in our school. The principal would like to remind you of that, Mr. Wheeler said as he led Warren out of the room. Uh-oh. Soon Mr. Wheeler returned and gathered all the cars around him. EJ, you were very brave today to stand up for yourself like you did. Class, I think we should all congratulate EJ, Mr. Wheeler said. All the kids smiled. Congratulations, Mr. President. Thanks, everybody, EJ said. He felt better than he had in a very long time. Well, that's it for today for this story. And in this story, EJ, he deserved respect from Warren, didn't he? Well, do you have any ideas how you can show respect? Maybe to your parents by picking up your toys without being asked, or maybe doing some extra chores. That would be a great way to show respect to mom and dad. And maybe for your friends, you could share your toys, or even let one of your friends go ahead of you in line, or maybe making sure you take turns at the playground. These are all great ways to show respect. But just remember to always treat others the way you would like to be treated. So that's it for today, and till next time, kids, have a super duper great day.